Hey guys, it's Sam here from. I'm here with Court. He's an agent that's been working with us now since the end of December, so just the end of last year now. So not too long. I know he's only had a few leads through so far, but I think he's already seen some really great results. So yeah, I thought we'd just jump on here talk a little bit about that. But yeah, Court, if you want to just introduce yourself to the people watching.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. I've been, like Sam said, I've been with the since about the end of December, and I probably picked up probably a handful of leads. And out of those leads, I've been kind of working them in a way that I've gotten some very positive results from these leads. I've talked to all of them either by text or by phone. I'm currently working right now with two that will be listing probably within the next 2 to 3 months. I have another one who I'm just trying to find him a buyer for his house, and then usually my goal with these guys is to get them listed. So right now I'm taking these leads, and I've been a listing agent for a long time, and
Sure.
sometimes you can't convert them into listings right away. Right now I'm in Idaho. We have snow on the ground. So people are real hesitant to get listed right away. So I'm taking this opportunity with the leads that I've gotten through to I drop off stuff at their house. I text them. I wish them a good week. And right now, I've built rapport with, out of the 7 leads, I've built great rapport with 6 of these leads. And I'm very confident that these leads will probably get listed within the next uh, 2 to 4 months.
Okay.
And so I'm excited about what I'm seeing here. I'm used to getting leads that were a lot of buyer and some seller leads, but they were basically Facebook leads, and they did not have the quality that I'm seeing here through the leads. And so every time I call this lead, I'm used to getting some positive feedback. I'm not worried about, hey, I don't want to talk to you, or they ignore me, or I'm already working with the realtor. I like the way that it has really gone in and, if you will, scrubbed these leads and made sure that, there's a possibility. And that's what I go in. I go in very easy. There could be a possibility that you're interested in selling in 2025. I've had some great results. People don't feel like I'm pushing them. I'm very low key, but the repetition. So I've contacted probably each of these leads at least 6 to 10 times already, 10 touches with these guys. And now I've built the credibility up where now they're starting to really trust me. I've sent over recommendations from other clients to them already. So they not only know, hey, I'm Court Etherington at Silver Creek Realty, but I've developed this rapport, and they have confidence in me that when they're ready to sell their house, guess what? I'm going to be the guy to sell their house. So on some of the questions that, do you think you're going to be able to get this listing, every time through, I put absolutely, because
On the review form.
I
Yeah.
have taken time, and I didn't hit these guys hard, but they did not have a realtor, just like they told me, and there was a possibility that they would be interested listing this year, and both of those are true. So when you have that, you, as a good realtor, I've been doing this 22 years. As a good listing agent, you know how to handle these people.
Hmm.
So, and so I feel quite confident. I look forward to the upcoming leads that I'll be receiving through a state.
Nice. That's really good to hear. And you touched then briefly on, some of the other kind of, programs and stuff you tried before. What type of thing have you seen before when you've tried other, lead generation programs?
So I had basically I had for years Facebook leads and
Mhm.
Google leads that I was buying, and these leads, may have cost anywhere from $200 to $400 a month.
Sure.
And then but they just were not qualified at all. They were just people that might be on Facebook. They hit on an ad, and next thing I know, I'm getting a lead from them. And I would say probably 50% of them were not interested in buying real estate. So you would have to make so many calls, and it was just time consuming. Most of the time, they would not pick up the phone, and then other times they would just hang up on you.
Got it.
Whereas right now, I'm seeing that these people are engaged right away, as long as I don't push them too fast at the beginning. And I'm just very, very positive, very like, hey, you know what? I'm just no, I understand that there's a possibility you're thinking about listing maybe in 2025. My associate Vanessa contacted you and stated that you didn't have a realtor, and this could be a possibility. So it's worked out, at least for me, very, very well from what I'm seeing.
Wonderful. Okay, that's great to hear. And I guess in terms of, before jumping on board, were you, I guess, skeptical at all about, this program, given, some of the other ones you do see out there?
Yes, I was very skeptical because I've had, there's been a lot of programs being in this business 22 years. And so I've tried just a lot of different programs, both buyer and seller. And this is one of the few programs where I not only get a phone number, I get a decent referral, but I also get an address, which
Hmm.
as a listing agent, that's very important because if for some reason I'm not getting a lot of feedback at first with this lead, which I did on a couple of them, I would drop off cookies to these people along with a note, and then I would text them back and say, "Did you get the cookies?" And then I'd get a response from them. And they would say, "Thank you very much. I did get the cookies." So I may be the only one doing this. I don't know, but it's working out very good for me. And
That's
I
really good.
like the zip code I'm in because I wanted to pick a zip code that was close to where my office is. So for me to run out, drop off cookies, stuff to these people, items of value, it doesn't take a lot of time and it
Sure.
doesn't take a lot of money, but it goes a long ways for these
Sure.
clients. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Okay, cool. That's great to hear.
Hmm.
And in terms of, I suppose, your plan now, at least for the rest of this year, what does that sort of look like for you?
I think if I continue to get the same amount of leads, which I'm not getting a lot of leads, I like to work them slow. But if I get 3 to 4 leads, maybe one lead a week, I'm figuring probably by June, I'm going to have at least 6 to 8 listings going. And probably before that, I'll probably have a couple already sold
Nice.
that that I'm working with right now on these people. And they're not only just selling leads, but I have people who will be needing to move.
Yeah.
So they will become buyers for me as well.
Yeah, that's good. Get a
And
bit
I'm
of a double deal there.
very excited about that.
Yeah, wonderful. That's great
Mm,
to hear.
yeah.
Now in terms of, someone maybe watching this is, potentially on the fence about joining, like you were before, they're a little bit skeptical about it. What would you tell, someone like that?
Well, I think I did refer one gal over, I think a couple of weeks ago. And what I told her was, for the cost to join, which is $149, and then you get your lead of $75, uh, compared to what you've been receiving from these other Facebook and Google leads, that is very reasonable to start. And with this, you're not tied in to a long type of a contract. You can cancel this basically at any time you want. And for me, that was just almost a no-brainer from what I'm used to,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you get into a lot of them, you get into a 6 month or 1 year contract. And for this, I'm like, it's worth a try. And
Yeah.
I'm certainly glad that I did meet Sam and Nathan back in December and tried this.
Okay, wonderful. Good to hear. Good to hear. And yeah, finally, just sort of final question from me is, I guess if you've got any, final tips, final things you want to say to really round this off.
I would say if you do decide to join um, and you get your first lead, call them right away. Don't feel like you're going to be calling somebody who doesn't want to talk to you, because what I've experienced is these sellers do want to talk to you. They may seem hesitant at first. Don't push them. Be very respectful and just tell them, you know what, I'm just giving you a call just to say hi. I don't have much time right now, but I'm going to call you here probably next week and we can talk a little bit more. So I just worked my way up, and now I have sellers where I'm going over to look, do uh, staging appointments with them. I'm going over to look at their house. I'm sending them out net sheets. Um, and we're getting ready to rock and roll. And I see this thing really ramping up. So I'm excited, and I think you will be too once you try this.
Wonderful. Okay, that's great. Yeah, yeah. And thank you for jumping on. Thanks for all the advice. Cheers.
Yeah.